Divorce happens. In fact, it happens to almost 50% of first marriages. So let's talk about it. Welcome to Divorce Happens, a podcast to educate, inspire, support, and yes, make you laugh through divorce and beyond so that you can start fresh on the next phase of your journey. Remember, divorce happens, and then we start fresh.
You get divorced. You get divorced.
Getting divorced?
I'm getting a divorce.
You're getting a divorce.
Because she's getting a divorce.
So what if I get divorced?
Hey, it's Olivia. Welcome back to Divorce Happens. Today I want to answer a letter that I received from a listener, and I'm sharing it because I know in my gut that she's not alone in this. Not even a little bit. Here's what she wrote in. Hey, Olivia, my husband and I are separated, and we need to tell our kids that we're getting divorced. They're 5 and 7 years old. I'm the one who asked for the divorce, and he's made it very clear that he plans to tell them that mommy is the one breaking up the family. Every time I try to talk to him about doing this differently, he yells at me. I can't get through to him, and I'm terrified of what happens if we sit down with our kids and he just says that. To our 5 and 7-year-old. I know in my gut this is wrong. I know it will hurt them, but I don't know how to stop it, and I don't know what to say to him that he'll actually hear. What do I do? Okay, first, take a breath. What you're describing is one of the hardest moments in any divorce. And the fact that you're focused on protecting your kids, even while you're still in the middle of your own pain, that is great parenting. That instinct is already working, even when it doesn't feel like it. Here's the thing, you're not wrong. Telling children that one parent is breaking up the family is really harmful, and I want to explain why. Because I think understanding the why actually really helps here. Children at 5 and 7 do not have the emotional or cognitive development to hold adult narratives about blame and fault. When you hand a child that kind of weight, it doesn't just confuse them. It can quietly reshape how they see themselves, how safe they feel to love both of their parents, and how much guilt they carry into their adolescence and beyond. Your children need to know this is a grown-up decision, that nothing about it is their fault, and that both of their parents still love them completely. That is the only story they are ready to hold right now. Okay, so what can you actually do? The most important thing to understand is this. You may not be able to control what he says in that room, but you can take meaningful steps that reduce the chance that it goes the way you're afraid of. And you can put yourself in the best possible position, regardless of what he does. The first option, and the one that I'd encourage you to try first, request that the conversation happen with a third party present. Do you already attend family therapy? Do you have a co-parenting counselor? A family therapist or a co-parenting counselor can hold the space in a way that makes it much harder for the conversation to become a place for adult grievances. Their presence alone often changes the dynamic. You can say something to your partner like, I want us to do this together in a way that protects the kids. I'd feel much better if we had someone with us to help guide it. Can we agree to do that before we sit down with them? Keep it about the kids. Keep it solution-focused. That framing is much harder to argue with. If he won't agree to that, you can still set a standard before the conversation happens. Put your ask in writing, text or email so there's a record, and so that he has the chance to read it outside of a heated moment when he's not in a reactive state. Keep it short, clear, and non-accusatory. Something like, I want our kids to feel safe and loved by both of us through this. I'm asking that we agree not to assign blame in front of them. Whatever we feel about each other, they need to know this is a grown-up decision and they are not losing either of their parents. That's it. You're not attacking him. You're naming what the kids need. And now it's documented. When it comes to what you actually say to your kids in the room, child development experts and family therapists are remarkably consistent on this. Keep it simple, keep it united, and repeat the things that matter most. Something like, Mom and Dad have decided we're going to live in 2 separate homes. This was a grown-up decision and it has nothing to do with anything you did. We both love you so much. That never changes. Never. Say it together if you can. Let them ask questions. Resist the urge to fill every silence with more words. 5 and 7-year-olds need simple and safe, not complete. They will come back with more questions over the days and the weeks ahead. That's totally normal. That's really healthy. You do not have to answer everything in one sitting. And if he does say something harmful in the moment, do not escalate in front of your kids. I know how hard that is, but take a breath and gently redirect. What Dad and I both want you to know is that we love you. Table it, and later on your own, calmly and at their level, you keep showing up. You don't need to defend yourself. You don't need to build a counter narrative. Children are remarkably perceptive. Over time, they feel the truth of who is steady and who is safe. Be that person consistently. It is more powerful than winning any single moment in that room. One more thing. Please don't try to white knuckle this alone. A co-parenting therapist or a child specialist, sometimes called a divorced child specialist, can help facilitate this exact conversation in a protected setting. A divorce coach can help you prepare for what to say, how to stay regulated when things get tense, and what to do if it goes sideways. None of that is your failing. That is you being incredibly smart and intentional about one of the most important conversations your children will ever have. You wanted to do this right. That alone tells me everything I need to know about who you are as a mother. Okay, that's it for me today. Just remember, you are so much further along than you think. I'll see you next time. Divorce Happens is produced by Fresh Starts Registry, the only divorce registry platform for everything you need to begin again, including home items, hype team, and everything in between. Remember, divorce happens, and then we start fresh. We're here to support you before, during, and after divorce. Head to freshstartsregistry.com for more info.